What's going on with everybody? What's going on? No. First time I started the show, and I was already smoking. So you know what kind of day I had. I'm already smoking. I normally start with y'all. But welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, a great. It was hard to get out, man. I'm trying to talk to y'all and choking at the same time. Pause. Late night show. Late night show. You know, we gotta find some mess to look at. Late night show is always mess. Cause we messy too. We get messy sometimes. We get petty. Let me correct that. We petty. We petty. We not messy. We petty. Shout out to everybody that drink grape drink. You know what I'm saying? Black folk type time. Grape drink. So what I got tonight? How everybody feel about academics? I'm curious. What's your thoughts on academics while we go down this road? I found a video that points out the obvious for a known villain of hip hop who masquerades himself as a cornerstone of hip hop media. Cornerstone Mob. Y'all know what's up with me. So we gonna have some fun. So kick your feet up. Take your shoes off first. Take your shoes off first. You ain't even gotta untie them joints. Kick them off. You know how you do. You just kick them joints off. You don't untie them. Worry about that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Kick your feet up. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable. I know you got something already rolled up, so go on and put that in the air. Before you do that, go and unbuckle your pants. Let your gut hang out. Get comfortable. You done did what you need to do to get through the day. You done dealt with your baby mama, your baby daddy, whatever you had to deal with. You're in dealt with it already. It's nighttime. We about to smoke and chill and watch this man get flamed on, and we're going to talk about it too, because there's some words that need to be said about academics that people don't be wanting to say. I think low-key people want to critique academics, but they also want some academics love too. So, you know, they don't know which way to play it. I don't want no love from it. So I don't care. But without further ado, let me get my ears. Let me get my ears on. Let me hit you with the like, comment, subscribe, all the other good stuff. Y'all know I don't like doing it, but YouTube be want me to do it because, you know what I'm saying, that's what they like. Go on and handle the business now so that way we keep the police off our back. YouTube, I call them the police. So we keep the police off our back so that way in here we can do our thing. If you're sipping, go ahead. You know what? I'm not sipping tonight. So y'all know, typically what I do, I sip. I drink with y'all Friday and Saturday. And maybe Tuesday, depending on how Tuesday hit. But usually Friday, Saturday, I'm smoking and drinking. Well, without further ado, if you smoking, light it up. If you drinking, pull it up. We grown, so let's go and get to this business. I shouldn't have to introduce you to this. Everybody know deleted. Everybody know deleted. If you don't, you about to learn. But this is courtesy of deleted. As you can see, it says Akademiks is an idiot. And who can't get behind that kind of messaging? You know what I'm saying? That's a message everybody can get behind. Without further ado, though, let's get to the business.
Let me, baby. I think at this point, everybody knows I cannot stand Akademiks. I just don't like them. You an old hater. So I got tagged to this video of Akademiks, Academian, Akademiks. This man's on live stream, straight up gossiping like a schoolgirl. This nigga is trash. Gassing up top 5 on the phone. He really hyping him up to crash out on Kendrick Lamar when Kendrick pulls up to Canada for the GNX tour. Yeah, but let me tell you something about Kendrick. Kendrick sucks, and he's abusing SZA. What do you think the f***'s gonna happen when he comes to my city? Yo, this is my. I'm getting word that. Think the f***'s gonna happen. Let me tell you something about Kendrick. Kendrick sucks, and he's abusing SZA. What do you think?
Kendrick sucks, and he's abusing SZA. I'm repeating on purpose because I don't think this man's smart enough to know what he be saying. Is he abusing SZA? Or is he using SZA? Either one is wrong. Either one is wrong. But at least one I could understand you saying if you were saying Kendrick Lamar is using SZA, because that narrative's out there. Again, it's wrong. They're mutually benefiting from this tour. Look at the charts. We're gonna talk about charts and everything tomorrow. But and SZA's in that topic too tomorrow, just so you know that video coming. But out the gate, what's the top 5? Like, what is he? Again, he's supposed to be the muscle and he does this and this and that. He seems like a caricature, right? We'll get to it. We got time. We just get started.
What the f***'s gonna happen when he comes to my city? Yo, this is my.
I'm getting word that they got a special video that when they come to that Rogers Arena or the Rogers Stadium, they're about to drop a video dissing the Gigi's. I'm just letting you know.
Let me tell you something.
Yo, I heard.
I can see that. I don't know why he gaslighted it like that, but I can see in my mind, because again, we petty. In my mind, the hardest hitting show is in Toronto. Ooh, I wish I can go to that one. If there's ever a show to go to, I'm telling you, I feel like that Toronto show gonna be bigger and better and have more impact on hip hop as a whole than that one in Inglewood. I think he plays SoFi, right? He plays SoFi. I think that's gonna be the second biggest show. The third biggest show just happened in Atlanta. But I don't know, because New York, MetLife might show out. That might be a ridiculous show. So I can't even play New York like that. But that Toronto show, ooh, we all want to be in that one. That's going to be, look, all the little kinks and subtle, this, that, and the third. He treating all these shows like practice. And it's the practice is to get to the game. And the game is in Toronto. Oh, I can't wait. Look, when I say I ain't been on these live streams watching these shows, I bet you our live streamer do something for that show. I'm gonna have to find somebody feed, tap into it, whatever. But Kush Eagle Liver gonna be here with I might have to get some little. I might have to treat it kind of like a semi 420 and get some extra delectables and have a little drinky drink and some little extra smoky smoke, and we gonna treat that like a party because that show I feel it's gonna go.
They got a Canada version of the show that's straight dissing. I'm just telling you.
So you're telling me right now?
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
That's word on the street.
Bro, what are you doing? What are we doing here? You supposed to be a journalist, not the lunchroom instigator.
I gotta be against deleted on that one, and he normally right on shit, but he not a journalist. He not. Maybe he's supposed to be, and I get what deleted saying, but do the clown. His biases show. You can't have clear-cut biases and maintain journalistic integrity. It's not possible. So by default, that takes him out the journalism bracket. I guess in a way, just off topic real fast, that takes Elliott Wilson out too, because you clearly was rocking with Team Drake at the beginning until he kicked you out the boat and you went to go see if Kendrick had room in his boat, and Kendrick like, no. You like hot boats. You wasn't around when my boat got built. You wasn't rocking with me when I ain't have no oars or nothing for my boat. My boat was barely floating. So no, I can't even get with you. That's what happened. So yeah, some of the people y'all want to call journalists ain't really journalists, because you can't show intentional out in public biases like that. I'm sure there's journalists who lean one way or another, but they keep that shit to themselves. You can't sully the way people view you. I need to be able to look at you and like, I can see it going any way depending on how homie said, because he down the middle with everything. He keep everything factual. That ain't academics.
Get 2 8th graders to throw hands behind the bleachers. This dude over here basically shaking the can of soda and then handing it to top 5. Like, here, bruh, open it. It'll be funny. A whole ass goofy. He don't even care if top 5 or Kendrick end up hurt. He just want to sit back, sip his Hennessy, and post clips for clout. He just wants to laugh.
Shout out to Hennessy. Knowing academics drink Hennessy make me want to drink something else, bro. Like, I think I low-key need to switch up. I think I should just like go to like I'm gonna start, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna switch up. I'm going to the privy. Breaking news right now. I'm going to the privy. Matter of fact, I had a privy this week because it just sunk into my mind that I conduct activities in a way that the academics doing it make me feel bad and dirty and filthy and So I'm off the regular Henny. I'm going up I'm gonna go up a notch. I'm gonna go into the privy. I'm gonna go to the privy. Matter of fact, the show that I'm straight up, Friday show or Saturday show, one of the two. Probably the Friday show. Probably the Friday show. I'm gonna make sure I show y'all I got the privy on deck when I do the show, so that way y'all know I kept my word 100. But yeah, I never met nobody that make you want to change up your routine because of the way they do something. Like, I don't see you with them shoes. I don't even want them shits no more. Like, you make them not sweet, or I was gonna put them rims on my car, boy. Where you at? Wave up. Keep these factories on for a little bit longer for something else, man. Because I can't
chuckle and giggle. And top 5 dumb enough to fall for it too. He over here thinking it's loyalty when it's really just act treating him like a pawn. Somebody called top 5 bottom 5 and I couldn't stop laughing. I said, damn, that's what we calling him now? Bottom 5? I said he's Drake purse. I feel like he Drake's handbag. He's his little purse. He's Drake's designer dog, Chihuahua, over there hyped like a little kid on Red Bull. Not even realizing that act is setting his ass up for a Lifetime movie special while he sits at home ordering Uber Eats in his boxers. Like, come on, man. This is the same guy that was instigating the Chirac beefs in 2014, by the way. And he still don't leave his house to this day, unless it's attached to a DoorDash order or something.
One of the biggest reasons I've always had this bad feeling about academics. This man don't go outside. He don't touch no grass at all. And he get to talk cash money, you know what? And then there's no potential consequences for it. Again, I'm not endorsing violence, but you need to be able to stand on your words. I can say the stuff I say knowing I go outside. Matter of fact, it's not only that I go outside, I'm forced outside. Even on days I want to stay in the house, I'm obligated as a biker to go out amongst the people in the hood onto the black microset. Look, I bullshit you not. I keep my shit with me. My shit sitting behind me everywhere I go. I go outside. I touch grass at least 3 or 4 days a week. And once it really get hot, I'm outside at least 5, 6 times a week. So anything I say here on this platform, I have to stand on. I've already had people have some issues with some of the stuff I've said. I'm had a couple big girls pull down on me. Hey, you said this such about big. My bad, sweetheart, but how I feel is how I feel. Like, what you want me to do? Like, we about to beef over something I said? I mean, hey, it is what it is. But we keep letting this dude get all these clicks and views, talking all this yah stuff, and he ain't never. We're not gonna ever see a point where somebody pulled down on Akademiks and checking, because you can't get to him. You got to catch that man between his house and the airport, and then he get to the airport. He on that flight, and when he get off that plane, he directly to where he going, and he not coming out of there till it's time to go back home. Plus, he walk around with security and whatnot, and I mean, I guess I could, I'll give him a pass for the security, because if you short and scary, you gotta do something. And he don't look like he about to pop nothing. So I guess what else he gonna do? But you shouldn't talk like this when you scared to touch grass, bro. Like that would be the. I don't like cats like that in real life, like everyday life, regular us people life. Be on Facebook, be on Instagram, or be on TikTok. Yeah. This, that, and third. And then you go popping outside, and you go a couple little places. Like, I ain't seen little buddy in a minute. This was his hot, especially they had like a hot spot they used to always pull down to the same day of the week. And all of a sudden, they rotation and changed up. Like, your buddy. It's 1 a.m. I know he ain't here because the little years out there. Okay, I know what this is. Akademiks like that dude. Like it be rubbing me the wrong way, because I just don't like goofy activity.
I don't know. It's different than SIG, and it's different than roast sessions. We're not talking about that, because there's plenty of YouTubers and streamers like myself who like to roast and SIG on people. That's different. If you want to get your panties in a bunch over some words, then that's on you. The difference between that and Ak is that Ak literally tries to incite violence. He's one of those guys that's like, so what you gonna do about it? And if you don't have security within yourself to know you a real man and don't need to prove yourself to another man to be that guy, you can easily be persuaded into doing dirty work for someone else's entertainment. And that's the kind of guy Akademiks is. He instigates, he pushes buttons, he knows what to say to get under people's skin for them to do his dirty work. And that's not cool. That's lame as shit. You would get so much more respect if he just roasted Kendrick or said he didn't like Kendrick. Like, go ahead and make fun. If he made fun of Kendrick and he kept it at that, that's different. He has the right to do that. If he made fun of Kendrick Lamar every day on his platform, he's just making fun. Who cares? I do it all the time. I make fun of J. Cole all the goddamn time. I make fun of everybody in their mama. But he's not doing that. He's not doing that, man. He's over here gassing this chihuahua. He's getting in his head, making him feel like if he don't do something and he's not true to his word, that he looks like a punk. Doing mental gymnastics, and Top 5 is falling for it.
You know when you listen to like he's rapping in like not like us and this, and he's like he keeps saying like Canadians, like he's kind of like dissing y'all still. Like,
you know what's so crazy? And I'll say this on stream. They asked me to perform, and I said, "Are you guys fucking crazy?"
But they have more cap going on right now.
It's
How we get here? I hope this man ain't a shooter, because he got terrible aim. Like, how did we get? Every time a new little subtle jab diss come from their side, why it always got to be lame? Believe me, I be voting the stuff they say on the Drake side of things to be dope. Make it hit, make it hurt. Ooh, Kendrick. So that way I can sit here and be like, dang, Doc, what you gonna do? These like it's like y'all punches don't be punches. It be what's the word? What's the word? What's the word for a punch that's not a punch, or a punch that don't have impact? Like love tap, like a love tap. Or like you know what? It's like a hate tap. You know how back in the day, you know what I'm saying, when dudes and chicks was, you know what I'm saying, when kids were flirting with each other, when we first learned how to, you know what I'm saying, the chick would come up to the dude and hit him, but not like try to jack him up, but like little tap, and you go back over there and like start playing, you tap her back. It feel like that. It feel like that. And that's sad. Cause I'm waiting for that side to have something to say that make like Kendrick stumble or bleed or something. Enrage this dude so Kendrick could give us the songs that we really want. So we could get the videos that we really want. I'm here for the shits.
Team, are you guys fucking crazy? You guys wish.
Oh,
You wish.
wait. They asked you to perform Kendrick's team before.
They try to make me turn on my homie.
Oh, they
Those guys
try
are-
to, because clearly they want you to switch.
Real quick for my stoners, I'm doing a quick little test while I'm doing the show. I just plugged this in, it just died. I'm seeing how many minutes I can put on there, take it off, and be able to get right back to using it. It was completely dead when I put it on.
Switch on the boy.
Cap. That's got to stop right there. That's cap.
Imagine if UMG pulled this shit up in court while Drake out here crying.
Right there.
Oh, they formed Kendrick's team before.
They try to make me turn on my homie.
Oh, they
Those
try
guys
to, because clearly they want you to switch on the boy.
Cap. That's got to stop right there. That's cap.
Imagine if UMG pulled.
Let's follow that theory for a hot second before we keep going. He said they want you to switch up on the boy. So Kendrick wants you on the team. Cool. How do you fit? Is it no accident? It's no coincidence. If you look at the entire TDE, PG Lang collective, they all seem relatively careful about how they move, what they say, and when they say it. Might also explain why Dodie Six is on the outside looking in, but that's a whole nother topic. Where does a burnt out crash out that can't stay out of jail, prison, whatever? Where's that role? I said, huh? Right. That's not a position on that side. They're not looking for, look, they're not looking for crash outs. There's no crash out application over at PG Lang and TDE. I feel like based on where they located, they could find more suited people to fit that role if that's really what they need and looking for. You tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm tripping. So what's your role? I'm willing to think everything through, whether I like it or not. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if he was telling the truth. What's the role? Because if I could find a role, I could make it plausible. Not true, but plausible. I can't do that. I can't find the role, bro. So, as they say, gotta call Cap. Gotta go with what the youngins say. That's Cap. You're lying. You're telling a story, telling a fib.
This shit up in court while Drake out here crying about Not Like Us
That
being
face
a
is
dangerous song, and he feels intimidated and he feels unsafe. But then meanwhile, his boy Akademiks is the one throwing Molotovs on FaceTime and shit. Drake's case would sink faster than Akademiks' credibility on live stream. You can't sue for danger when your own little blog boy that you're known to tap in with is out here passing out imaginary Glock 19s on FaceTime. You can't gas people up like passing out imaginary Glock 19s on FaceTime. You can't gas people up like this and think that there's no consequences to it. Who the hell gasses up someone to unalive somebody else over a rap beef loss? Where are we at, man? Because I remember when Pac and Biggie, I remember when they went down, even though that was some gang politics behind all that, every news media, every hip-hop journalist, they're all saying stop the violence, put the guns down, this isn't worth it. That's what it's supposed to be. OGs is supposed to give that type of game out. Axe should be using this platform to tell his friend Top 5 and his people over there, he's supposed to be saying, man, don't even worry about them like that. Keep it on wax. Or release another diss track. He is supposed to guide the people that he supposedly fuck with, but he doesn't. And no one's calling him out on it. That's lame as fuck. Because for real, God don't like ugly, and Karma loves giving out free fades. He thinks he's playing 4D chess, but he's really just speed running to his own obituary at this point. You gotta be brain dead to be pushing beef and calling it journalism, bruh. It's the fact that he's really trying to get someone slid over a rap battle because his favorite artist caught an L. Imagine.
Look. We gonna go and call this what this is, bro. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm gonna say what I need to say. First off, let me see this. Take this off real quick. All right, I can use it. We gotta ask some questions. Because I do got some concerns. If that's the way they carry this, first off, I have no doubt that TDE and PGA and PG Lang as a collective have the street awareness enough to know when you go into anybody's hood to be prepared for anything. And it happens to be that man's hood is the entire fucking city. Hell, maybe even the whole country, whatever. I have my doubts that the whole country likes Drake the way everybody else think. Because especially he go act a fool at one more Raptor game, they're gonna really be done with him. You don't play with the Raptors up there in Toronto. That's day one. Yeah. Like I say, I'm sure that they're gonna be well prepared for anything. But let's be honest and prepare for what if. What if this get ugly? And I get it. I can't be a hypocrite because I'm the one. I'm here. Like I'm ready for the disses to go back to being disses. I don't want no fighting, no shots fired, no none of that. But what if we get there? Because my only overarching thought that for whatever reason I can't shake is, don't these things always get violent? Don't these things always get ugly? What if we haven't seen the ugliest part of this? What if he manages to put the right amount of batteries in Top 5's back to where him and whoever do whatever? Then what? because it's going to be a bigger disaster than we think. First of all, it's going to be an American citizen harmed on foreign soil. So this is going to be a federal thing. This is going to be a federal thing. If something happens to Kendrick Lamar or SZA or anybody with significant enough within that camp, I would say above street ninjas that's going as the homies. We'll just keep it to something happens to SZA, TDE. I mean, it's SZA or Kendrick. Anything happen to either one of them over there. I'm not even saying it got to be nothing fatal, but something serious. It's going to be an international situation. And Cali going to be boiling. And they going to want their pound of flesh. And they going to find a way to get it. And whatever hood y'all say y'all got in Canada, gonna have to prove how hood it really is. No one has taken the time to talk about what if it does get ugly. Then what? And again, I'm acknowledging the fact that I'm a sole proprietor or sole wagon pusher for more beef songs because I want Drake out of here, but I want it done sonically through music. But I feel like it's something unnerving about it. Those dates in Canada, because if I'm not mistaken, he's doing 2 dates in Canada. Put it in street terms, this man is going to his ops neighborhood on a Friday night and a Saturday night. Like, if you put it in real life terms, you going to who you don't rock with, you going to their hood. Bounce outside Friday, bounce outside Saturday on the block. I'm drinking, I'm smoking, I'm kicking it on your hood. I'm up the street from your granny house type activity. I just want us to all be prepared for what if this situation get funky. And Akademiks is doing everything he can to put some wind back in his sails. Because I don't think he growing. I think he just got his ones that's already sucked into the coat. They already bought into it. But he need a new street something. He had Chicago. He used Chicago. I'm surprised Chicago ain't will tell a whole new whatever because he used them. He used Chicago. Everything that all the suffering and pain and they was going through, he used them. And he called himself, no, I'm highlighting their struggles and what they going on and their way of living and how they cope and all. Like, no, you're not. You're not a journalist. And he doing the same thing to the situation because he found, I think in his mind, and he ain't too far off. He ain't dumb on this. If you could find an idiot that's comfortable being an idiot, top 5, and you know how the right way to put them batteries in there to where they gonna go on off and do whatever you pump in their ear. This is Akademiks expertise, man. Gas people up for something. He do it better than anybody. I say all that to say this, man. We all love Kendrick. We love seeing him do great things. Those of us who like real music are thrilled to have Drake out the way. there's some of us that feel like he not out the way enough. But we all need to be, for one, grateful to have Kendrick now, because this is rap. This is hip hop. And we all know the situation can get funky. Let's not be too naive to act like, no, they gonna keep it on. Says who? Would you keep it on wax, so to speak, if you had nothing to lose? If everything they say going on with Drake is really going on with Drake, to where his money is getting funny because of all of the gambling, and the lawsuit might not shake the way he want to shake, and the industry done turned against him, ain't nobody really rocking with him like that. If you that type of man, you got nothing to lose. What's stopping you from doing whatever? Being down with whatever lane brand plan, y'all know what I'm saying. So everybody keep their head on the swivel, man. Because this can get funky. This can get real funky. Because what if these Toronto dates come? And what if it's people in Canada feel the type of way? And what if they decide to act on how they feel? And the final what if, we're watching camera crews do interviews in front of a hospital because Kendrick Lamar, something happened to him. Because people took rap too serious. So everybody keep their head on the swivel, man, because it's something about desperate people, man. I know what I've done when my back was against the wall and I felt like I had no choice. So I could understand the mind of a man. If you ain't got no choice, you losing everything already. Yeah, he feel like he the man up there. He run everything. He feel like he the government. Just a thought. Just a thought. Do I think it's ultimately gonna happen? No, but hey, don't count a desperate man out. You don't know that. No, you don't know what a desperate man to do, bro. With that being said, stop giving academic views. Like, it's just spreading his nonsense, man. It's just spreading his nonsense. Well, I appreciate y'all coming here, smoking with your boy. You know what I'm saying? This is what we got for the night. It's something to think on. Just like we keep our head on the swivel in everyday life, I'm hoping Kendrick keep his head on the swivel while he on this tour. Cause cats just gonna hate, bro. But I'm Oops the Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I need y'all to go on and smash that daddy for me. Pause. Appreciate y'all coming here and blowing y'all bud with me and chopping it up with me, whatever. Make sure y'all hit the comments. And I'll get at y'all in the next one.